Hello there, my name is Leslie, and today we'll be talking about how I built my Ellen. Alrighty, not you, Hugo. He's definitely a favorite, though. Oh gosh, we're gonna start with the W engine. We don't need that up right now. I personally have her on the Gilded Blossom, mostly because I think there are some better ones that I own, but I don't really care to put her on them. I say you could also put her on the Myriad Eclipse, which is Hugo's signature weapon, the Brimstone, which, if I recall correctly, is Soldier 11's signature weapon. You could also put her on Marikatsu's Desire, which I believe Gilded and Marikatsu's. This one was from the Cheese Factory one, and this is. I'm pretty sure you can buy it in the shop where you get like her strength things. I don't know the exact name for them, but there. And you could also throw her on Lunar Plenium. I'd say basically anything that does base attack, dash, or EX special attack is good for her. This one does EX special attack or chain, and the crit rate is nice. This one does increases attack and damage plus by EX special attack. This one's just physical, so I wouldn't put her on that. But dodge, this one isn't one I mentioned, but you could probably also put her on it. I just didn't feel like throwing it into the lineup. This one is nice because it increases a lot of crit rate, a lot of crit damage, EX special attack, chain, or ultimate. You get ice damage, gains a thing, for a very brief moment, which ignores a lot of defense. It's suited for Hugo, but it could also work for Ellen. So, but those are my thoughts for her weapons. This one is just some attack stuff and things. It's the weapon I have her on, mostly. Clearly, her best in slot would be her signature, but I don't got that, and I don't care to get it. Now, for her drive discs, number 6, you're going to want it to be an attack percent. Number 5, you're going to want ice damage bonus. And number 4, you're going to want crit rate or crit damage. Focusing on attack percent, crit rate, crit damage for substats, and probably like pen ratio or pen ratio. I think pen ratio is like the only other step set that I can think of that you'd really want. You could put her on some anomaly, but if you like, but I wouldn't really focus on that. You could put her on, yep, this is the right one, on a 2 or a 4 piece of Woodpecker Electro, gives her crit rate and landing critical hit an enemy with base attack, increases the reverse attack, which is nice. You could put her on 2 or 4 of the Polar Metal. I have her on a 4 of the Polar Metal with a 2 of the Woodpecker Electro. This increases ice damage, increases damage of base attack and dash attack by 20%, which is good for Ellen because she runs off her base mostly. And when any squad member inflicts freeze or shatter, this effect is increased for 12 seconds, so that's nice. You could also, let me. This is not going to find the other one. It is do 2 or 4 of Branch and Blade Song, which is Miyabi's set. It gives you crit damage, and then anomaly mastery exceeds 115, which you would give her some anomaly mastery if you put her on the set. The quiver's crit damage increase, and then when squad applies freeze or shatter, it increases the quiver's crit rate. You could also put her on a 2 or a 4 piece of Dawn's Bloom. This increases your basic attack damage, and then further increases your basic attack damage. Is using, and when they're using EX special attack or the ultimate, it will further increase the basic attack damage. So you could put her on that one if you really want to up the damage of her base attack. Skill-wise, as always, you start with your nice little alphabet. Gives a lot of crit damage for some of her main attack stuff. Then I would say you would do her base, her E, her alt, her dash, and then her assist. Here are the upgrade suggestions. Now, I'm not really going to go over this part much, but if you have the stuff, I'd say get it. It enhances, it adds another way that her basic attack can work, and enhances her dodge and, expands the core passive. As I recall, that's the alphabet thing. And then, so it expands what that does. So that's really good. And then everything beyond the first one just continues to expand the core buff more. So, if you have the stuff for it, I'd say get it for your Ellen if you're trying to do more, but I'm not going to go over that too much. Con-wise, her C1 is upon hitting an enemy with a Swift Stitcher Strike during her dash attack, she obtains 3 flash freezes instead of, I don't know what the amount was originally, but she attains 3. And when she does the charged scissor strike, she attains 6 of her flash freezes. And then it also adds for every flash freeze charge she consumes, she gains 2 additional crit rate. It's not much, but it's something. For 15 seconds. This can stack up to 6 times, so technically she can get a total of 12 crit rate from this, which frankly, could be plenty of crit rate, and it could, depending on how much crit rate your Ellen has, could lead over to 100. My Ellen, oh, I forgot to read her stats. I will do that right after this. The duration of each stack is counted separately. Now, her C2 is upon the 3rd hit of her flashing freeze trimming. Base attack, flashing freeze, trimming. She has to enter a state, which is done by consuming one of the flash freeze points to trigger that, but it can be followed up by her EX special attack, Shark Nami, and when her EX special attack, and then when using her EX special attack, for all of the flash freeze charges she has, then increase, no, yeah, for all of the flash freeze charges, it increases her crit damage by 20. Now, granted, you could only need 3 to max this out, because it has a maximum of 60. Now her C3 just increases the level of all her stuff. Her C4 is when a squad member freezes or stuns an enemy, she gains 6 flash freeze charges and the quick charge effect. Now she also recovers 4 energy, and the energy recovery can be triggered once every 10 seconds. Her C5 just increases all of her stuff again, and her C6 is when she uses her EX special attack, chain attack, or gains quick charge. Her pen ratio will increase by 20% for 6 seconds. Don't mind all the noise. She also gains 1 stack of the Feast Begins. This has a maximum of 3 stacks. And when she has 3 stacks of this, her charge scissors strike on her dash attack will consume the stacks, and it will deal increasing the damage of that attack dealt by 250. Now, my Ellen's stats. She's got 10,776 HP, 3,226 attack, 895 defense, 93 impact, 46 over 112 crit damage, 94 elemental mastery, 156 in anomaly proficiency, 0 pen ratio, and 1.2 energy regen. It says the horror stuff is only good. Well, the one thing. Everything else had outstanding, apparently. That I just have my stuff levels. My Ellen isn't like brilliantly built. I don't run her much, so I haven't put too much effort into her. She's got enough effort in that I'm happy with how she is right now. Team comp wise, I'm trying to think. She is. Oh, I forgot to think of a boss to fight. Let's see. Do I want to get anything from here? Do I want to get anything from here? Let me look at a thing. I'll figure out the boss to fight. But team-wise, let me think. Team-wise for Ellen, I personally run her with, I personally, my brain is stopping on me. I personally run Ellen with, Lycan and Lighter. There's Lighter. Because I like running her in that team. I'm trying to think. I think a better team, that tracks. There's probably better teams for her, because I think I've seen like teams where she's probably like Xiao and Dylan, which are both really good supports, and I think she gets full smiles off of them. I'm trying to see who I want to upgrade now. Who doesn't already have their stuff fully upgraded. You know what? We'll just do this. I'm gonna fully upgrade people's things. And let me just do it in no reward mode. I don't. Yeah, we'll fight this guy because my Ellen isn't technically that strong. That's why the combat portion doesn't take forever. We're not using you, Hugo. Like I said, the team that I mostly run her with is Lighter and Lycan. I'd say you probably do want to run her with a stunner. I'd personally use Lycan for it because, you know, she gets to smile with the faction stuff, so you don't have to worry about that or stun. So if you run her with a stunner, it's anyway. And then when other characters happy, and then he will also have a smile, so you really just have to worry about the third unit. He's happy with them. Like I said, you could run her with like Dylan and Xiao. I know they'll both work. Where's Xiao? She's dipping out on me. There she is. For more buffing, I don't know. I like running her like this, but I'd say just throw whatever supports seem good. I would definitely run her with a stunner. Feasibly, you could run her with Seed. I find Seed sometimes hard to find a nice pairing to go with, but I guess you could run her in like a Aftershock team. I don't think that'd be amazing. I don't even know if I don't know because of Stunner and Trigger, she would be a smile, and then I think Trigger maybe or maybe not would have one. I'm not sure. Personally, this is the team I like to run her in, and I'd say it's a double Stunner team. I don't think it's her best optimal team. Her best optimal team might be like her, Dylan, and Xiao. That way she gets a lot of buffing there, and she can use her ultimate more often with Dylan there. But that's not how I like to run her. I like running her with two stunners, and the same team I ran my Hugo in until I got Dylan. Funnily enough. And then I used to actually have them the other way around, but with Hugo's recent upgrade, or no, not Hugo's, Lycan's recent upgrade, I've swapped his and Lighter's position in the team, so it's easy for me to do the thing with him. And like I said, I don't think this is technically her most effective team, but this is the team I really like running her in. It's a ton of fun for me, and I like running her, because I don't think I'd run her in a non-Victoria housekeeping team, because you could probably replace Lighter here with Rena, and that would be a fine team. Honestly, I may do that sometimes, replace Lighter with Rena, but I'll see. But I think running her in a full Victoria housekeeping, or at least with a Victoria housekeeping character. That's why this is decided running Lycan with her, because I think it's fun to run them together. Have them, well, you know, they're the same faction, they're buddies. Lighter, I can't tell if Lycan and Rena have, like, guardianship over Ella or not, because I think they're, like, contacted in, not some events, I don't think they were directly contacted by the school, but they're definitely like parents to her with, because it was it her friendship stuff? Oh, I can't remember, but where we got text from, I think it was Rena about Ellen skipping school. Anyway, Lighter got the Lycan. Man, I cannot say these names in the, stop having similar names. Lycan got the check mark. Anyway. Yeah, I think those are, and Rena texted us because she was skipping school and she just wanted to make sure Ellen was okay. It was something like that. I don't remember. It's been a while. Anyway, that is all for how I built my Ellen. I hope you enjoyed. And as fun as the Shark Girl is, I have other favorites. Thank you so much for watching, and may you have a blessed rest of your day.